Welcome to the channel, Gaming Army. We have an insane drop coming your way today, including going toe-to-toe with an enemy Boar's Head Atlas, a surprise headshot, as well as the usual questionable decisions made on my part. But as with any good match, it needs to start at the beginning of the drop. Starting fresh out of the drop zone, we're playing a domination match on Tourmaline Desert, and I am in my Thanatos. Yes, this footage comes as part of that series that I was doing on the Thanatos, and I may have saved the best for last. Now, this is the Thanatos 5T chassis. I've got it outfitted with 6 SRM6s, jump jets for some maneuverability, ECM to keep me, well, not totally unseen, but low observability on the battlefield, and a top speed of 64.8 kph. Now, since this is a domination match, we've got to get in and hold this center point. We have good eyes on the enemy. Now comes the tricky part, is closing to get within weapons range. Being a complete SRM6 loadout build, that means that I want to close within 300 meters of the enemy before I engage. Beyond 310, my missiles will do no damage. Now, I did get eyes on an enemy javelin coming around the right flank. I've lost sight of him, and I can't tell at this point, did he double back, is he in the pit below me, or did he sneak behind the rock outcropping beyond, more towards Echo 4? So I'm having trouble getting eyes on him. A teammate moves up to help me out with the eyes, and he spots him down below in the pit, and here he comes, hitting his jump jets, and we'll just hit an alpha strike on him, and that will secure our right flank and allow us to focus our attention on other things like Shadowhawk with racks, but he is well beyond my range, so that shot really didn't do anything to him. I call out his position, pull back into cover, and that's when something on the right side of me gets my attention. That looks like a javelin, but wait a second, didn't we just kill him? Here's what I missed in the chaos of that initial engagement. Look at the build on this javelin. He is a rocket launcher 20 build. I get my alpha out. I think I've killed him, and he falls back into it. But what I really missed was the fact that he alphaed the Crusader. That's right, he took out a fresh Crusader. I blew part of his mech off, and he must have overheated himself and shut down. My brain registered that as a kill when in fact he wasn't dead, and he took out a teammate instead. It took a while for this all to sink in and process in this drop, but that is what happened in those few seconds. The enemy's no longer peeking over the rock ridgeline, and that's allowing me to advance into the Fox 5 area. Now, I know there's the Shadowhawk who was over here earlier, and I've seen some missiles coming out of the Fox 5 low ground, so I want to circle around and see if I can apply pressure to that missile unit. Guys, it's always a good idea, never leave an enemy missile unit unmolested in the enemy's backfield if you can do something about it. And here we have found our Shadowhawk friend. We're going to give him a quick alpha to the back. Oh, it didn't kill him outright, but it did open up his back. And now we're doing some chef damage. Not quite enough. Maybe I should have done a second alpha there. And he knows that I'm here. I'm focusing him heavy now. He's running for it, but our SRMs are just too strong. He had too much damage done to him, and down he goes for our first kill of the match. Swinging towards Fox 6, there's more enemy units to be had. I just have to go about this the smart way. Again, I want to close them within my weapons range, which is going to be fairly short because it's only 300 meters. So checking the minimap real quick, there is something above me to the left. I've just got to be careful not to expose myself to the enemy retreating to the right, and that's when I find the Atlas Boarhead, and we are forced to go toe-to-toe with him, and he's got a teammate with him as well. So what I want to do here is focus that right torso with as much of my SRM firepower as I can. I'm going to dance around as much as possible, spreading his damage in return. Right torso is open, right torso is down, and and that takes out a lot of his firepower. He's shut down, and I've got a helping hand as well. And when I look at his teammate here, I get the alpha out, but I shut myself down in the process. And the well-timed tactical shutdown means if you're enjoying the content thus far, be sure to give it a like, hit that subscribe button if you want to be a member of the Sleepless Nights Gaming Army, and be sure to turn on the notification bell so that you don't miss out on any future content like this. Now, a second ago, I switched targets from the Atlas to the Urban Mech. I was hoping an Alpha would swat the Urban Mech and take it out of the game. That didn't play out. We still managed to track him and get the kill for our second kill of this match. And going up and over the top, that's when we find a Shadow Cat trying to run for it. We're in hot pursuit, and here is one of his teammates. We get a good shot onto his back. Couple more SRM-6s, and down goes the Warhammer for kill number 3. And now we'll continue to push on in pursuit of the Shadow Cat. And as I'm heading back into the center to hold the domination point, there is that Shadow Cat. He's dancing. I'm going to break left to see if I can head him off. And my teammates have found an enemy assault mech clear out in Echo 7. I'm purposely choosing to focus this Shadow Cat in the center, and that's because the Shadow Cat can hold the domination point for the enemy team. Now, he overheats himself, allows us to get a few free shots on it. He's eating our single SRM-6 strikes pretty well, actually. He tanked those like a boss, but he can't stand up to the overwhelming firepower of the Thanatos. And down goes the Shadow Cat for kill number 4 in this match. And while that was going on, the enemy assault mech, the Warhawk, has managed to take out 2 of my teammates, and now he's duking it out with another teammate. I'm quickly trying to get out here to give him backup, and it's our Atlas friend from before. Warhawk has his back to us, allowing me to get an alpha in, and now we'll switch over to chainfire SRMs for the kill. That is number 5 off the board. And even though we have 12 enemy units removed from the game, because it's a domination match, it means we got to head back to the center, stick our big toes across the capture point line to end this drop. And as it finishes, we switch over to the end screen, where we wound up with 5 kills, 4 KMDDs, 10 components destroyed, and a whopping 1,141 damage done.